Dr. Peter Earle, Senior Research Fellow at the American Institute for Economic Research. Thank you for being here. First, just walk us through, remind us how this played out 3 years ago. Who is Roaring Kitty?
So Roaring Kitty is a fellow by the name of Keith Gill, and he was sort of a main character, one of the, I guess, discussion leaders on a Reddit message board called Wall Street Bets. Their ethos was kind of like to make very high, very risky leveraged bets on certain stocks. And he had an investment idea at one point, Mr. Gill did, that, he essentially thought that GameStop was deeply undervalued. So he bought it. And as it turned out, the company had a very high short interest. Now, what that means is that a lot of professional investors had bet against it. And what happens when you have a high short interest is if the stock price begins moving up in price quickly, what happens is a lot of times the people who are short, the people who bet against it, have to buy their stocks back. And you can get a situation called the short squeeze where, the company, or I should say not really the company, but the stock price rockets upwards in a way that's, beyond any fundamental value of the company. And that's what happened not only with GameStop, but then with AMC and a bunch of other companies. So, now it's 3.5 years later, just about, and it looks like Mr. Gill has reemerged from whatever slumber or recess he was in, and it's happening again to a lesser extent, but we're still seeing a big move in that stock.
Yeah, happening again. How would you explain why these meme stocks are soaring right now?
Well, I'll tell you, I have a theory. We don't really know yet. We know that Mr. Gill emerged for the first time in the last couple of days, but a few weeks ago, on April 22nd, GameStop stock hit its lowest price per share since the short squeeze in January 2021. The stock hit $10.01 per share, which is almost, under $10. It's almost the single-digit prices where it was between 2008 and 2021. So since Mr. Gill, Roaring Kitty, some other names he uses we can't use on the air, but he claims to be a value investor, which is somebody who looks for stocks that are undervalued. It may be that the decline of the stock hit a level after 3.5 years that made him want to get involved again. But of course, his involvement spurred on a whole bunch of other players, not only in that stock, but in the other meme stocks, and in some stocks that weren't previously meme stocks, like Plug and some of the other alternative power companies. So it's an interesting phenomenon. It's very weird, actually.
It's very weird. And GameStop, in 2021, I think in January, it hit $483 at one point. Not everyone was happy about this. There were some very upset players. Did Keith Gill do anything illegal or anything wrong here?
No, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't. My understanding is that, he made clear that he was an investor in the stock when he was talking about it. And, he didn't organize, say, a group to sort of manipulate the market. People just jumped in behind him. Yeah. I think, I have to mention this. I was a trader for over 20 years. And during that entire time period, I never saw anything like the short squeeze that happened 3.5 years ago. It was incredible. But it's very easy. It's very easy to be on the wrong side of it, too, though.
I want to ask about that, because if someone at home is watching this, they want to jump on the meme stock train. Any advice for them? What are the risks? What do they need to be aware of?
If I was to give some advice, it would be to be very careful and look for greener pastures. I mean, you could get long right at the top, and then the short squeeze could end, or you could get short thinking that you were going to ride it down at the spike, and it could go another, couple of, probably won't go hundreds of dollars this time, but I mean, certainly, I remember people in early 2021, when it was at $100 a share, saying, "Oh, this is the place to get short." Well, it had almost $400 more to go, so it's a very risky situation. Most people would probably be wise to stay away from it, but I mean, it looks like Dumb Money's going to have a sequel. I mean, that'd be
right. Right. We'll be watching for the sequel. All right, Dr. Peter Earle, appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.